Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, now, uh, this week, I would like to invite you all students in my course about on principle of teaching and learning to to have midterm projects for this semester. Okay. I will explain some things that you need to understand regarding the project, um, and also some requirements needed. Yeah. Uh, First, this instruction is also published on my Google Classroom, but you have to listen to my complete explanation through this channel. Okay, this project will will be assessed and will be taken as your midterm test score. Okay, we will have a small project that you have to complete, not more than 7 days. Okay, from the day of your assignment. If you give a maximum presentation with your project, it will give more chance for you to get maximum score this semester. Okay, you have uh, to be aware about some points that I have written here. The first one, please find your projects starting with finding a senior English language teacher that you have access to communicate with. Maybe you can take from your previous school or your family members or your neighborhood, from your neighborhood, or from any environment that you consider or you believe you can access. The teachers have at least has at least 10 years professional experience as English language teacher. This will be proven by his or her statement on your interview. Ask the teacher to explain his name, his professional background, his experience, and his or her institution. Yeah. Okay, and then after selecting the person, yeah, you have to get the permission from him or her to conduct an interview. Tell him or her that you need to interview him as part of your requirement to complete my course. Okay, and then after that you have to write his or her profile, which includes various information like personal and professional, name, age, sex, tribe, marital status, year of starting his or her teaching career, education background, school where he was or she, where he or she teaches, and age or grade of his or students, etc. Okay, so you can ask more information if you have any more idea to ask from the subject, okay, from the person that is selected. And then the next thing is you have to conduct an interview that covers all topics have been discussed in our class earlier. It means that all topics, subtopics, all sessions and previous projects topics, you have to take all of them as ideas of conducting your interview. I don't want to restrict you from by telling you how many questions about this topic and so on. You can take one topic for perhaps, but you have to explore very deep from that topic to get let's say quite comprehensive perspective from your subject, and then or you can take more than one topics, but you have to consider how to relate one topic to another topic. So the things you will ask from the subject are fully your responsibility. Yeah, you have to decide what you want to ask regarding what topic, how many questions you want to ask. But at least later I will show you the minimum requirement for the project report. Okay, and then after conducting the interview, remember to while you do the interview, you have to record it. Yeah? It can be audio record or video, it's okay, but at least I can have the access to to listen or watch the record of your interview. Okay, and then write down on your own version of summary of all questions and answer that appear during the interview. You have to arrange like this. You give a question, for example, and then the response from the subject you put under the question. Next question, you give the next answer, and so on. If you have 10 questions addressed to the subject, and then it means that you have to put 10 question, which is all the answer put between the questions. Okay, under your summary, right after you do the summary, then you make your own perspective of all stories given by the subject based on your understanding or your critical thinking, your views, maybe your own experience or any reference that you have read so far regarding the topics. Okay, your report. This is the part of the report. I will tell you how to write the report. First, write at least 500 words. Yeah, the summary and the perspective. At least 500 words, but not more than 2,500 words. Okay, so between 500 to 2,500 words. Words, not characters, right? Words mean you have to count the word. Yeah, if you use Microsoft Office or Microsoft Word software to write your report, then you can calculate the number of the words using the button of your screen, from your screen. Okay, and then the next things you have to fully aware is I suggest you to write it in Microsoft Office Word, and you should save the format of your document in rich text format. Remember, rich text format or RTF. Why I ask you to do this, because to avoid the, to avoid changing of your uh, of your layout, because the different version of my office and your office may result automatic modification by Microsoft Office. So remember this, you have to save your work in rich text format in the Microsoft Office Word. And then next point is submit the file before the deadline. Read the due date. Yeah, read the due date through submission button of the assignment, because this link is equipped with submission button, and then you click it and you will see, yeah, you will see the information of the deadline. Okay, if you submit after the deadline, the system will reject your submission. So please don't submit before, don't submit after the deadline. Otherwise, I won't have your file. I cannot check it. So I don't know how to help you further. But remember, read the due date and submit before the due date over. And then after submission, write down in the comment box of this post. It means this instruction, yeah, in Google Classroom. Write down your name, your class, to the number, and write a sentence like this: I have submitted my midterm project. This to indicate your presence. Okay, and then the other things is, if you need to ask something about this project, you can write your question, but be brief and write it in proper English, under in the comment lines of my YouTube, or yeah, in YouTube, not here, because for this on Google Classroom, you will write your name, your student number, your class, and a sentence like I have submitted my midterm, blah blah blah, on Google Classroom. But if you need to ask something, you write it on YouTube. Okay, I think it's pretty clear. But anyhow, maybe you need to ask something, you just write it, yeah, directly on my YouTube. Okay, I think that's all. And then after the midterm one this week, I will give you some more topics that we will going to discuss further. Okay, thank you for your kind attention. I'll see you soon. Okay, and please tell your other friends, yeah, who have no access to this announcement, to watch this announcement. Yeah, I cannot help you after the schedule of this midterm passed, because we need to be really aware of what we are doing in our course. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.